We wanted to get a proper shower with grab bars, I think you call them. It was more for safety than what the bathroom looked like.
Now let's take out the mirror, the sink, the toilet.
A friend of mine said that his son did renovations and knew how to do that, and he would bring him up and have him have a look at it.
It's really, really bad. I mean, these guys should be totally ashamed of themselves.
Take it down.
We'd spent that money and I still didn't have the safety bar, so that's what I was upset about, is that the only one thing I wanted, we'd spent all the money and we still didn't have it.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, baby. But if you're going to do it right the first time. Let's get rid of it.
You do this to a family.
Look at the nest. They got a nest of them. Unbelievable. On the money. T3.
My hero!
Perfect.
Thank you, guys.
You like it?
Oh, do I ever? I first came to this island when I was 8 years old. My son grew up here and my daughter, and they both love it. My grandchildren are loving it. My cottage is called a place of friends, so I have some wonderful, wonderful memories.
The scenery is unbelievable. It makes it easy for me to come up here, to be honest with you, but it doesn't make it easy. It makes it very expensive.
Hello.
Hi, Ann. It's Mike Holmes. How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you, Mike?
I'm doing well, thank you. I'm just over at the dock. Do you mind coming over to get me?
I don't mind coming to get you at all.
Now I've got to bring all the vehicles, all the trucks, all the crew come across. Try not to forget anything and help a wonderful lady by the name of Ann. Well, Ann, it's a pleasure to finally meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Look at the tan on you. You've been up here for a bit?
I have been,
Yeah?
yes, since June.
So why don't I jump on?
Okay.
How long you had this little island?
My teacher, she was a recreation instructor from McCormick Recreation Center. And as a kid, I went there. And one of the things that she used to do is she used to bring the kids up from the playgrounds and let the city kids have a view of what it's like to be up and be on an island and go canoeing. And a lot of us had never even had that opportunity. So I've actually been coming here since I was 8 years old.
Wow.
I have owned the actual island since 1978. Okay.
Well, why don't you tell me a little bit about it right now? I'm looking at a bathroom, right?
Yes.
Well, you hired someone to come in and redo it?
Yes, I did, and it was basically for safety reasons because with having the surgery on my knee, I had fallen. So I was in this tiny sort of stall shower, you would call it, where there was no safety bars or anything, and my knee gave out at me, and the way I fell, I pinched the sciatic nerve. And I couldn't move. I couldn't get up. The shower was so small and tiny. I'm sure it was 4 hours. Like it seemed like forever anyways, but I know it was a long time.
Well, the idea was
to get a shower.
A bigger shower.
A bigger shower with a safety bar.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the idea. There it is. It's
Okay.
very small, but
So it's all new?
yes.
So why didn't you go with a not as wide vanity?
To be honest with you, I went with what the contractor told me that he measured, he said, and I could have a vanity that big. Actually, with the vanity was supposed to be a long drawer, a cupboard that went with towels. And then at the end he said, oh no, you better not buy that. There's not gonna be room.
Well, I guess
Now-
he mismeasured.
He did.
This contractor brought in two guys to help him. And these two guys were sitting down on the couch when she walked in watching a how-to video.
The explanation was that they were using a new product and they just wanted to make sure they were doing it the proper way. They wanted everything to be just perfect for me.
The whole point of Ann hiring this guy was to make a bathroom that was functional for her. So he's made a custom shower. He hasn't finished, or is he finished?
No, he was let go.
He was let go. You fired his butt.
Yes.
Good for you. How much did he charge you, by the way?
But up until this point, it was $10,000.
New pine?
He did not do new.
So this is original.
Oh, this is original.
So the $10,000 was material and labor?
Yes.
Okay, did you pay him in full?
Yes.
Based on what I saw, I could have done it in 4 days, and $10,000 is an awful lot of money, but I guess you got to justify being here a month. Hell, no. All right, I guess I get to get dirty. I'll be back. Oh, I love the big pillars. So we cut through floor joists. Your contractor cut through the floor joist to run his plumbing. And you're not supposed to. Look at how he's done the drain here for the shower, and he's cut in so he could get it all in place to trap it and bring it out. And he should have been a 2-inch anyways, but he's tied in after the toilet. Just doing this is wrong. And why is the hot water heater over there? See, we want to make sure we put the hot water heater under the water areas. The kitchen's right there, the bathroom's right beside it. The reason he's picked that area was for convenience on his end. And just shining my light on it, I can see the electrical. He should be smacked for that. He's got a prime line running into the drain, right off the toilet. Whatever I'm seeing, better be an air conditioner. What I can say is that he's not a contractor, and everything he has touched, he has contaminated, so I can't wait to actually take your bathroom apart to really see what he's done. I just want to go back in and take a look at this prime line, okay? Because I know where it is.
Okay.
There's the prime line. I knew it came up through the toilet feed. The prime line. Well, how foolish is that? This is not logical. Because this is now tied into the ABS and you have a new septic tank out back, what do you think that's doing?
I'm not sure.
You want to smell that?
Oh, no.
We call it methane gas. I love this. This is simple, and at the same time, I get to enjoy being out here. I would have said to you, let's try and keep that hot water tank in here. Downstairs underneath, you're gonna have all the moisture from the ground, and it is not going to last that long. I tell you right now, we're doing a complete gut. Do you like tile on the floor? Do you want something that same feel? You want a stony floor? Now, it doesn't have to be stone like that, but it's got to be a nice stony floor, right?
The reason I like that tile only because, Mike, it was sort of like cottagey. It wasn't like a tile ceramic floor like you see in the city.
My job is to make your dreams come true. So I listen to you. I pick up how your taste is throughout your house, your colors, everything. So now you leave it to me.
Okay,
I will do what I'm supposed to do.
Okay.
And I'll make your dreams come true. Awesome. Electricians and plumbers, they come up. Everyone comes and does what they have to do to help. I love it. Maybe we can just start with hand tools. We'll move the trucks, come back, and away we go.
All right, man.
Okay? Maybe a couple of hours, I'm sure, just to bring everything over and get going.
That's for
That's
sure.
just the way it is. Let's just get on the boat now, and we'll get over, and then we'll just send 2 people back and just back and forth.
Okay. Hop on, Mike. We don't want to lose you.
Nope.
There we are. Great.
All aboard.
Nice
Welcome to
have
Paradise Island. Can someone make sure that Ann gets up the hill fine, please?
Right here without any problem.
You want to grab my arm?
Yeah,
Or,
yeah, sure.
I can see where this can get a little slippery.
Yes.
Well, it's not big enough for all of us, so I think a couple of bodies at a time. Now let's take out the mirror, the sink, the toilet, the glass doors, and we'll keep the glass doors, keep everything at this point. Let's get it out.
There you go. You want to come in with maybe a Robbie drill? I need some channel wash for the toilets. Carl, remember, we don't lose anything. You are responsible for everything that comes out of here again. Okay, everything's off. Oh, they glued silicone this on. Great. For now, we're not going to run there right now. We're in the middle. It looks like I might have peed myself. It's just toilet water. She lives here 3 months out of the year. She needs a nice bathroom. That's what they should have given her in the first place. That's what she didn't get, and that's what we're going to give her. And they cut the stud right out. It's leaking really badly, and it's been leaking for a while, probably right from the beginning. It's really, really bad. I mean, these guys should be totally ashamed of themselves.
Just bring it over here, guys. Don't put it outside. We'll put it over here. Put the drawers back in.
So they somehow bashed a hole through the other side. I don't know where that is in this house, but I think that's a bedroom or a kitchen.
Damon, it is an old outlet that they moved over to the right.
Oh, they had to move the outlet in order to get the plumbing in when they did the bathroom, and they never fixed the hole. Brilliant. Get this off. Let's try and get that off and go from there. So I want this probably off first, and then we'll get the plate off.
Bust. Start pulling. You know, be real careful. You don't want to hit anywhere where plumbing is.
Why are we behind all this, right, guys?
Bucket should do. Good one. Nice, Pinky. Well, I think I found some mold.
Surprise. New shower, moldy already. I don't think he meant to do the job wrong. I think he tried actually as best as he could in doing a bathroom for Ann. There is a small issue, though, that I'm not too really keen on here. It wasn't so much that he did it wrong, that's knowledge. I think he took advantage of Ann's wonderful personality because he was there for a month, riding the boat, fishing, bringing family over, and turned it into, I suppose, a vacation for himself.
Right now, I am just pulling up the floor, but it is really easy, actually. This glue apparently has been down for about a year, and it hasn't even dried yet, so it's pretty bad.
I just wanted to bring you in and talk about some of the things we have found. Mm-hmm. I guess you know that we gutted your whole bathroom.
Yes, I can see that.
We took it all down. Mm-hmm. What we didn't know was that your taps were leaking in the wall consistently.
Oh.
So we had a little bit of mold behind the drywall, okay? From what I'm seeing here, this was not an intent to do this wrong. I have to say the guy is trying. He tried to do the job right, even to the point of putting in the Schluter system.
Yes.
However, when you mess with things and you don't know what you're doing, the electrical was wrong, the plumbing was wrong, he harmed the structure, so you know, we're gonna have to fix all the structure here, we're gonna have to reroute all the plumbing. From there, it's really just a matter of starting from scratch and doing it all over again to the point where we give you back what you should have had in the first place. Pull all this down, please, leave the ceiling up, and let's just go to the closet. Okay. I think the hardest part about the whole job was forgetting something. Where's the tool that we need here? You gotta jump in the boat, go back to the truck, and it was a half-an-hour route just to go back to the truck. Having to go back to the store, that was minimum 3 hours.
That's okay. Okay, can we grab some the ABS and some copper? And then I need some concrete board, some random stuff like 6 mil. Are you sure we have enough?
Oh, I got a whole skid full.
I just gotta get the plywood and we are done.
Ahoy there!
Boy.
Martin.
Hey, Mike.
Thanks for coming. Nice to see you. Hey, Adam.
Hi, Mike.
How are you doing today?
Good, thanks.
We don't want you to fall in there, Frankie.
Oh, no. It's not
See
good.
ya.
How are you, sir?
How you doing, Mike?
Long time no see.
Yeah, how you doing?
And she's a wonderful lady. She needs a shower she can get into, nice grab bars. I think what I'm going to do is put in a small pedestal sink, pull the toilet over so that I've got an area to build a much better shower stall.
Okay.
Let's say I do 32 inches. So shower gives us lots of room for a pedestal sink, 5 feet, right? So we want really 2 feet for the toilet, 2 feet for the sink.
Yeah.
So I could actually go bigger, couldn't I?
Now they string to hold it up.
Yeah. So you had insulation in the floors and it was removed?
No, it never got finished.
Oh, it never got finished, so they left a couple pieces in?
We can service on the light on this side as long as it's not in the shower area, such as this third light here would be in the shower area. So that's the part that's going to be
And it's
the little
metal.
part. Yes, and the open open air connection. And what I mean by that is on the inside of those two tracks are your
Right.
live line. So water splashes up there, you've got a nice dead short happening right above your head while you're showering.
All right.
Not nice. We usually don't mix plumbing and water.
Empty this all out. What we're going to do is raise that shelf up to about here.
Okay.
We'll raise that shelf up to about here and continue so the hot water tank goes in here.
Gotcha.
Okay?
What I want you to do is get the tools to start taking this down, and leave the ceiling, okay? That's garbage. Oh, great mold.
Plumbing wise, well, follow me, sir. They cut structure to run the toilet, and if I bring that over even to over here, I'm gonna have an issue. What I probably can do is just for an example, say it's gonna be here. Yeah. We'll run the ABS right across to the back, okay?
Oh, if there's no landscaping out there, or if I don't have any rocks or any obstacles,
No.
I can just go straight out,
That's even better. We're not cutting
make
through
the
structure,
make the
period.
turns, and yeah.
Okay, so that solves that.
Heavy? I got it.
A new bathroom to me means a new bathroom. Put in a new window. It was easy for me because the homeowner had it anyway, so we're gonna put it in.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
Yeah, this end's gonna drop and this one's gonna rise.
I'm just gonna cut 1/8 of an inch all the way around so it fits right in.
The panel's behind the door here, Frank. I looked at it. We have 200 amps, right?
Yep.
200 amp breaker.
There.
Fuses don't bother me as long as they put in the proper fuses.
And they're all 15s.
And these are the bar
surprised.
fuses, aren't they? Or are they the actual fuses?
No, there's blocks inside here. If I was to pull out, oh, lucky me, empty. Very nice. There's
So we
two
have some
fuses that
empties.
go in here. Yeah, that's actually perfect that we have one empty because I'm going to need a double pull for that floor heat. That one's blown. So what happens is when I pull this one out and I go,
Now you check continuity.
yeah, go from here, you find it's dead.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you check from here, and it's fine. I'll check and see how many lines here are dedicated. I only see 2 receptacles. I'd recommend if we have the other side open, adding in a 3rd.
Okay, let's go over the area where I'm going to put the hot water here.
Okay.
Perfect.
On the light fixture, you just want something surface mounted?
I think surface mount's fine, and just make sure, you know, like
Something
I
gives
can't
off-
touch it, and I'm 6 feet,
Okay.
and if I'm in the shower,
You're 6'1".
no, I'm 6.
You're 6'1". We went through this. We're the same height.
I haven't grown. I'm getting old.
Yeah. What height? Who's taller?
I don't know. I can't see.
Oh, camera guy, help us.
Hey, come on, I'm gonna show you what I want you to do. I think this was Armageddon or something. Come on,
I don't like spiders. I'm a girl.
get in here. Okay, so guys, what I want you to do, take all your measurements right away. I want you to measure from beam to beam, and I think you're gonna have to notch over it. Is that correct? Did you measure it already?
1/8 of an inch on that side. I haven't checked this side out.
Go cut them and just bring them in. 1, 2, 3. Mark them out, okay?
Get over there.
Sheet the floor.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's mark where the floor joists are on it so we know we can start measuring properly for drainage.
Okay. Nice, very nice.
And we'll talk later about what needs to be done tomorrow.
Gotcha.
New heat will be installed. It's, for me, the smartest way of doing any bathroom. Your feet are warm, you're warm.
Okay, so I need 32 for my pan. That's perfect. Let's do a half inch there. And then 4.5 for my curve. That's worked out perfectly here. Okay, feeds over to the right where the panel is going to go into the box. Get that right under there, which is good.
As long as it's past this, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
It's fine.
And it'll be
right
fine
to
once
there.
we kick it under there.
Exactly. All right, nice job. I'm gonna wrap this up in here and let's go home and get some sleep and come back first thing and do this, okay?
Okay, sounds
All
good.
right.
So he's made a custom shower. He hasn't finished. Or is he finished?
And they cut the stud right out. It's leaking probably right from the beginning.
I guess you know that we gutted your whole bathroom.
Yes, I can see that.
Sheet the floor, and we'll talk later about what needs to be done tomorrow.
Gotcha.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Zach. Yep.
Back a second.
Nail it.
I'm not gonna squawk too much about the non-slip surface here, but let me tell you, this rail sucks, and it's gonna be replaced. I think the rail should be on this side. This is the dangerous side.
Right.
That side is like, there's nothing to fall to, right? Here, you can fall down, especially her, can slip and fall right into the water.
Right.
Let's make a materialist so we can send Billy. We'll pull out all of these solar lights. That's not very strong. Take that up and cut myself a starter strip. Saw's facing the wrong way. I'll notch everything out, slip my pole down in, bolt it, glue everything with a little bit of a better glue. It's just not strong, is it? Let's call Billy and ask him to pick up 6 more 16-foot 2x4s.
As you can see, the way it's plugged in, it's just a matter of time. Now it's going to wear back and forth and cause some arcing. The other side of this wall, it happens to be the bathroom, so now would be a perfect time to place in a switch and put a valence light here and just get rid of this receptacle that's in the middle of the range.
Nice.
Yes, it's all done. We've got all new lines. Everything is in copper. Everything is sloped properly so that in the winter the water can drain
For drainage. This is the only time we want to really think about downhill.
Exactly, yeah. Also, we put in brass plates. Do come into contact, you're not going to develop a galvanic corrosion.
We'll get the guys to get back in here, then you get to have a break. Oh, wait a minute. You get the hot water heater, right?
Yes, so yeah.
All right, you get a break later. Remember, dinner's on me.
Okay.
Thanks.
Perfect.
Deets are down, new heat on top, a great slate tile. Not only will it look good, toes are warm. It's the way to do it.
We're just getting the last corner pieces in, Holmes. We're ready to tile. Do you want to do a layout soon?
Yes, please.
All right.
Just let me know.
Okay. Our tile is sitting an 1/8 of an inch over this, so that will be just fine, lad. Very nice.
We ran brand new copper lines. They are sloped underneath, just as we sloped the ones up in the bathroom. And we want all that water to be draining in that direction.
Okay.
We have a release valve there at the end, so that literally with just a single shower valve, you can get rid of the water from the entire cottage.
Simple. I love it.
Yeah.
As usual. You're the best.
No problem.
I want to do it all straight.
Okay.
Just nice and simple, straight, make it look like a huge piece of slate.
Yeah.
We'll do maybe, what do we have for spacers?
We have 3/8, 1/4 inch, 1/8, 1/2 inch, whatever you want.
We'll need 8 for the floor, 30 for the walls, 10. Okay, we're still gonna be okay with our cuts.
These are huge tiles. Look at how nice they are. It's 2x2 slate tile. Each one of these tiles has got to weigh, what, 10 pounds, Carl? It's
10 pounds.
well,
It's
maybe
like
more.
10
I'm
pounds.
underestimating a bit, but look great. It's gonna widen it a bit. It's gonna make it look bigger. And you know, we're gonna do the same thing on the floor. It's just gonna match right up the walls. It's just gonna make it look huge in here. It's gonna be really nice.
Keep going, guys.
Yeah.
You started that, and what I'm looking for is to keep your line on the inside 4x4. We'll snap the top. That way we can see what's out. Don't worry about the blue line. Cut at only.
Yeah, I'm only going the 4x4.
Right. Just to keep it true. I don't see any other way around it. Here's your next one, sir. Well, I try to make it perfect. We need to actually mirror that into here.
Yeah.
And that way we can just trim that down here. That way we can come up, skirt the outside, and make it look half decent. So I have to flare the bottom, not by much. Okay, do me a favor. Drill a top hole into the 4x4 now, please.
Into the upper 4x4?
Yeah. So come on in. Now look how strong that is. That's what I want to see, and I don't even have a top rail on it yet. And then hit the top one again, in and bed. Way better. So Billy, do me a favor.
Yes.
Snap that string right now. But my rail's gonna be perfect. If the bottom's not, the top will be. True up that rail. Make it nice and straight from the top to the bottom. It looks better and it works better as you're walking down. Your hand's gliding right down it. We're gonna sand it as smooth as a baby's bum. Or as smooth as Billy's head. Since we're gonna skirt the bottom side with a 2x4, which I'll show you later, let's skirt the outside with a 2x4 and 2x6 that overlaps both. Okay, pick her up, Bill. We're gonna go ahead and put a little dab of glue. We don't need a lot this time, just a little dab of glue up, plus the 4x4s will attach this. You can finish that piece while I work on this angle. Out a hair. Okay. We're gonna have a funky corner here, let me tell you. Oh, perfect. That's it. I'm a happy guy. Oh, it's lunchtime. Drop your tools. I'll bet you're not used to boating to work.
Comes to a lot of your jobs, Mike, but
Never by boat.
not by boat. This one takes the cake. Full of pine needles. That's why these screens don't work. The cure is worse than the disease because now you got to remove the screens to clean the gutters.
Mr. Craig Lowe.
How you doing, Mike?
Welcome to the island.
Yeah, this is great, eh?
Yeah, it's not quite the Caribbean, but you know, it's
It'll do.
not bad. What is this, a sander?
It's more than just a sander.
More than just a sander?
Yeah, check out the bottom of it. So it's got 3 discs, which all spin, and the whole thing spins. And you can put a variety of different pads on here. We've got sandpaper. We've got like a coarse bristle, which will just kind of polish the deck after the sandpaper. It even does concrete. Start with sandpaper and then do a bristle, polish up the deck, and then you know, put some anti-slip coating on it.
It's called Smart Screen because it keeps the leaves out as well as snow and ice. It has a non-abrasive finish with a half lip on the front, so all the debris will blow off of it very easily. We screw it in the front and back, which makes the eaves trough about 5 times stronger. And you do it once and you solve 2 problems, snow and ice and leaves. And that's why it's called Smart Screen.
Picked up a sink that's 8 inches on center, not 4 inches on center.
Yeah,
the tap itself is a 4-inch center, so the problem being is the store's not around the corner. It's a jump right in the boat to the truck to the store, down the highway to do this all back again. See what they have in a smaller sink.
Do you need more wire? I gotta see where I'm going. There's history in the joists. I gotta pull through the old joists.
I was hanging on the wire and he pulls. I went like this.
Take what you need, because I got some extra down here.
It's cables for the heated floor in the bathroom. I decided to run a 12-gauge wire. The unit only does have a 15-amp draw at 220 volts. As you can tell, I like oversizing my wire.
I heard a lot of screaming upstairs when I was up there.
Yeah, Carl had a big spider on him.
Oh, Carl was screaming like that?
No.
Can you pass me another bat and a knife, please?
Yeah, 1 sec.
All done?
All done.
Thank you. I think she's gonna like this. She doesn't know, so it's a surprise.
We're glad to help out.
Looks good. So we're gonna do what, 1.5 inch border? It's almost, what, 2 inches?
Yeah, probably 1.5 inches.
You're gonna carry it right down to the bottom dock?
Yeah, so maintain this
this
size.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Almost done. Thanks, Greg.
We're just putting acrylic silica-based product on. 1 coat, self-priming anti-slip product. And you can see how thick this stuff is. It's almost like got the consistency of drywall compound. And you can see the sand in it. It says dry time 2 hours, but you know, we don't have a lot of sun out here today, if any. So I'd probably give it 3 or 4. Right now we're just cutting the 4x4 floor tiles. They sent us actually 12x12 tiles to do it. We're gonna make our own.
I feel like I'm making pierogies.
All right, we're looking good. We're looking really good. I'm not too worried about how this is gonna pan out. I don't see an issue with finishing this by tomorrow. We'll kick everyone out of here. You take it over and first coat it. We'll wait 20 minutes. He can come back in, lay a couple more. You come back in and second coat it, right?
That's great.
I'm looking forward to this little bit of finish and giving it back to her. Okay, so let's just give him a minute. We'll have a coffee.
No problem.
And get those 2 pieces of trim in, and it's yours.
What we're doing today is putting a clear coat on. I'm using an oil-based in this washroom because it's going to penetrate into the wood rather than sitting on top of it like a latex.
you know, it's been a few late nights this week. I'm a little tired, but you know, it's the last day. I talked to Ann this morning. She's very excited. She wrote in her journal last night, tomorrow's the big day. She has her family coming down, and just seeing that excitement on her face is really nice. So looking forward to giving it to her.
This is awesome.
Almost there, man. Losing the band.
What do you think? What time?
Oh, you're making me make a prediction? Oh man, I'll say 5.
I agree.
5?
At the latest.
Give her some gas, Bill.
Come on, Billy, backwards. Get us out of this.
Oh, River.
It's 2:30 now. Damon and I thought about 5. I'm still feeling about 5. Doesn't mean we're giving it back at 5. It means we'll be done at 5. Then we got to clean up, light the tiki torches for the ceremony. Just kidding. Here's how I'd like to start this. Maybe we can do one here and one here, right? I wanted to put in some LED lights in the floor, 2 in each board as we go down, 10 on each side, 20 in total, because we can put 20 on one driver. But these are unique lights. They're very small. They're like a little puck light that goes down into the floor. So what it's going to do is whoever comes in here at nighttime can see the path they're going to take as they come up. Think of a plane landing. It's a landing strip. We're going to be 8 apart on each one of them. It's perfect.
Look at that. Pull your side back up. Nothing like laying down on the job. Get up. These are known as Scotch locks in the industry, and basically there's actual little connectors inside there that when we squeeze this, the little teeth grab a hold of the wire and it makes a very good connection. Plus they're silicone filled, so that nothing will be able to get in and interrupt that connection. These are easy on this side.
And one thing I love about LED, not only are we environmentally friendly, thinking about using less energy, I think the major pro to this, Frank,
it lasts.
Mosquitoes don't see LED lights. Did you know that? Just perfect. I have to admit you did a good job. I have to admit.
Great, eh?
Yes, it does.
Everything fit back, even with that water heater in there.
Everything fit back. I'm happy. We're almost there. Amazing what happens when you plan something out, eh?
Originally, we were going to cut some square stock up for the top of the ceiling here, but this joint turned out really nice with the grout.
Perfect.
Well, we've gone a little longer than we wanted, but that's what it takes. It's 7 o'clock now. We were hoping for 5:30. A little bit of TLC. Takes time.
We go on an angle? When we go in?
Ann, are you ready? I'm gonna come get you.
Wait. Hold
buddy.
You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm on the track.
You're in. I'm in too.
Nice.
Okay,
Look at this.
let's start here.
Okay.
I brought in Craig Lowe. He's my painter, and he was all excited about coming here. From here up, we actually stripped all your wood down, and it's older wood, and I kind of like this. And we applied a new product that we really like. It's almost like a gel paint with a grit right in it. You don't have to get down.
No.
But it is very gritty. It is definitely non-slip, and it's what we want to see.
Oh, wow.
So see how strong that is.
I
wanted you to see how strong that
it's
is.
strong, and it's the right, it's nice for height for me,
It's a
too.
safe height.
Safe height, very safe height.
Look at.
Oh my gosh.
These are LED lights. They do not require a lot of power. And I just, right now it's on remote, and we can put it on with your timer of your other lights. I just wanted to surprise you with it.
Yeah, it's
Does it look like a runway?
Oh, does it ever look like a runway?
That'll keep you on track, eh?
That's for sure. Do you know the difference that those lights will make instead of those other ones that fall over all the time and break? And oh my gosh, that is unbelievable.
Frank, my electrician, he's a wonderful guy. We came in. He has fixture plugs on the wall. He's actually even given you a light in the kitchen here because you had something that was plugged in. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
Yes. Now, what he did was he gave you a light above the stove. So, and this is something he just wanted to do. So it's something simple. We put the plates on where necessary and made sure all your receptacles are working. He's checked your panel. He's marked everything. And we are totally where we should be. Now for my plumbers, they went downstairs and ripped out all the plumbing, all the drains. We fixed all the structure. They rerouted everything to the point of simplicity, which you're not going to believe. It's one drain tap down there.
Oh my gosh.
Well set up. Obviously, my guys have been working very long days here.
They have.
Practically boarded with you. That's why I love them. You ready to see your bathroom?
I am.
Well, all right, let's walk this way. You remember I said I was going to bring up the hot water heater back inside the house? And we wondered where to put it? Well, I put it right there.
Oh, wow. That is
So
great.
we're on the warm side, everything's done, and everything you had in there, Pinky actually put the shelves back in place and had everything put back in. So nothing had to go anywhere else.
Oh, yeah.
Ready to open the door?
Yep.
This is just a bathroom. It's not anything crazily different.
Oh my God, it's not. Oh, look at it. Oh,
Okay, it is a little different.
It doesn't look like the same bathroom at all.
Well, actually, it's not really the same bathroom. We've gone to the extreme of completely gutting this, pulling out all the insulation, the vapor barrier, redoing it all, rerouting all the plumbing, make sure that within this wall that we vented not only the bathroom, which means air behind water as it goes down the drain, we also vented your kitchen. Look at your new tap.
I know, I am looking
The
at
only
my
problem
new
is you got to pump it up. Right?
Oh, do you?
No.
Can you believe me? I'm saying to Mike, do you have to pump it? He must think I'm an idiot. That is so neat. It's so original. Wait till the volleyball girls see it.
You live on a granite island, so I chose a slate tile. This is Brazilian slate. Now, the difference between a lot of slate in the world is the porosity of it. In other words, how porous is that tile? This is about 99% not porous, so it's not going to absorb.
No.
Under this, we have all the right products, including in-floor heating and a touch of a finger. This floor is now warm.
Oh my gosh. It's not only beautiful, it looks so safe. And that's what I'm really, really pleased about.
There's a little bit of work involved in that. First and foremost, we're thinking of you because we know you're going to have a knee operation, right?
Yes, that's right.
We have a grab bar here, which helps you get into the shower.
Yes.
And we have a wonderful tap system now.
Oh, look at that's got the real rainforest.
It does.
It does have the real.
That's all new. I
Yeah.
had to buy that because
And-
unfortunately your taps was leaking in the wall
Yes.
before, and you remember I said that, so we
Yes,
had to go
you
all
did.
new.
I can't get over how sturdy these bars are. These are really, really wonderful, which is what I wanted in the first place, but I didn't expect to get a bathroom like this. It's totally different than I thought it was going to be. Totally different. I mean, I just can't believe. I know they've worked hard, and now I can see why. Still got the wood that I wanted, and the neat thing is I still have some of my own little things that I had chosen for here, my mirror and my sign that my girlfriend gave me, and so it's nice that they're back in here too. That's wonderful, Mike. I can't thank you and the crew enough.
And Anne is like in her glory. Look at the rail. Look at the lights, little LED lights, a little handrail that means so much to her. And all the proper things in the bathroom that should have been there in the first place puts a smile on her face.
Thank you very much. Oh, I'm very happy. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay, guys, it's time to come and see the bathroom.
Well, you guys are all dressed up, eh? It's not Halloween yet.
Doesn't even remotely look like it.
Oh my God.
You said we were gonna cry.
I couldn't believe the amount of people that started crying. All because we came in to help this one lady. That's how much Anne means to everyone around her. I think she's happy.
Oh, yeah. God bless.
And it sounds like everyone else is happy.
Oh, yeah, we're happy
you know
for
what? Everyone's
We're
happy.
happy,
I'm
Mike.
happy.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, they look good.
What a spread of food here we got. A little bit of everything.
There's only one thing that you have to turn, and it drains perfectly.
Perfect.
And there's heating underneath the floor. Oh, I know.
Oh, wow. That's great.
And I get the first shower. I'm telling you.
Now what?
You're a potty girl?
I'm hungry. What? Leave me alone.
Good job.
You guys did so great.
It's little things.
It's so amazing.
All we did was strengthen it.
I'm sorry. Hey, get out of here.
We moved in April, and it wasn't until about 6 months later when we needed to have heat that we started realizing the heating system didn't work.
You have problems here. When I see that return at the front of the house, you might as well take a return pipe and stick it outside.
I have a warranty, and you've said it was a warranted issue, and there's a problem, and we're pointing out, we're proving to you there's a problem. You're saying the onus is on us. We're proved it's a problem. What else do you want from us?
More holes, more damage, more holes, more damage, more holes, more damage.
Every government, every system that's in place to help a homeowner has failed us.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, baby. But if you're going to do it right the first time. Let's get rid of it.
Let me do this to a family.
Look at the nest. They got a nest of them. Unbelievable. On the money. 2, 3.
My hero!
Perfect.
Thank you, guys.
You like it?
Oh, do I ever?
Christine and Richard have had this dream home that they've worked on for an awful long time till it became a reality about 7 years ago.
Yeah, we were pretty pumped. We were looking for a perfect house, and we wanted to design a little bit of ourselves, and we wanted a builder that would do a beautiful job for us, and we ended up with a 6-year nightmare instead.
Hello.
Hi, Mike.
Christine. Richard.
To see you.
Pleased to see you.
Pleased to see you. What a nice house.
Thank you.
I have to say that.
Don't be deceived by the outside. When we looked at the plans from the builder, we asked him, can we make changes? And he was very receptive to that idea and thought it would be fantastic that, he was excited. Obviously, he's going to make money from that. So he said, sure, what do you want to do?
You've got a great design here. I heard you made some changes, added some windows. Did you make it bigger?
We said, well, we want to move this wall. We want to add more windows. We want, can we make the ceiling smooth? Can we open the staircase? Can we, and he was like, perfect, sure, go ahead.
We have a problem not with structure, not with plumbing, not with electrical, with heating and air conditioning.
Mm-hmm. I'm fascinated by the building process. I mean, I really enjoyed watching it getting built. And I saw the heating and air conditioning system getting put in, and the builder was explaining to us that it was a new advanced system.
He was very excited because it meant that we were going to have no bulkheads. And we said, great, that means it's more open, and and so that was all we knew about it till we moved in and started operating it and realized it didn't work.
Now, the system that they put in here is a high velocity,
Yes.
2-inch line, right? It's 2-inch duct line throughout the house. It's an insulated line, but it's done with hot water. So they're trying to be more energy efficient by using a hot water tank, supplying the hot water to the house, and with a forced air unit, blowing air over hot piping to heat your home.
We were experimenting ourselves to try and get this thing adjusted for most of the winter, and it was getting so cold.
And there's no moisture in the air. The humidifier doesn't work. There's one attached there, but it doesn't create moisture.
Oh, and there's an air filter inline air filter in the system too. And we've got cats that create all kinds of little hairs in the air. We've never seen a hair in their filter. We've never seen a speck of dust. We've got the same filter that we had 6 years ago. It's never got dirty. It works a little bit. You can hear it. I mean, you always hear it. It's always on.
What'd you do?
Well, we met with the builder in September 2002. He said he would look into it. He promised to come back and check the insulation in the attic, check the air conditioners, and we never saw him again. He left. So we had to write to the warranty program, and we said, look, we've got a problem. There was a few other deficiencies that were still outstanding that they hadn't fixed, and so we had what they call a conciliation meeting. So instantly the warranty program said, oh, the onus is on you to prove there's a problem. The onus was on us to prove there was a problem. Welcome to the warranty program.
And we've been proving there's a problem over and over and over again. They just won't take the evidence.
So we have spent, I couldn't even tell you, a couple days a week for the last 4 years, 3 years, whatever it's been, and numerous meetings. I have thousands of emails, thousands of them.
We have how many reports? Engineering reports and test reports? About 15 different ones.
How many boxes are sitting there?
12.
The files, boxes of files I've never seen before, documented on this, and I keep saying this. Document it, take pictures. What I see,
yes,
you have documented everything and yet still lost.
Yeah.
We've turned to the town planning office, we've turned to the manufacturer, the distributor, the builder, the local government representative. We've been everywhere.
Can I see your furnace?
Sure.
Please.
Yeah. They decided at some point to put a new hot water tank in to try and fix the system, to give us more heat. Because it's a combo system, so the hot water is what supplies the heat to the system. It runs over a coil, and that makes the heat come out of the outlets. This is our new hot water tank that they installed.
Did that fit through the door?
No, they took the frame out, they took the doors off the hinges. So the original tank that was put in here only went to 140 degrees, which is domestic hot water temperature. So they thought they'd try and give us a new tank, which goes to 180 degrees. So we have a commercial-sized tank downstairs that goes to 180 degrees, and they thought they'd try that to fix the system. Well, I had to take the... Go ahead.
Didn't make a difference.
I did notice a hole here.
That's probably one of the
test probes.
15 different tests that have ever been done in here.
Tests? So you had somebody come in and monitor the system?
Oh, yeah.
This isn't monitor this thing. This is a temperature logger that was provided by a government agency for up to us to prove empirically that the thing can't keep up.
To do this test, we set the thermostat at 24 Celsius, and it had to stay at 24 Celsius steady, so no shut down at nighttime when you go to bed, whatever, none of that. So the thermostat was left at 24 for a month.
Did you get it to 24?
Oh, no. We got 24 on one floor, and we got 14.7 in one bedroom.
That's just one of the bedrooms. There's other bedrooms and rooms as well that it was measuring, and the temperature went way below what code will allow.
Let me guess, that's over the garage.
The 2 bedrooms, both of them.
Yeah. Surprise.
Yeah. The garage ceiling needed to be opened because there's a return valve in the garage ceiling. So the idea was to close that off, and that would create more pull for the air returns from the upper floor down to the basement.
You know what? More than likely, you could probably hire lawyers galore and sue the world, right? You can go after everyone.
Yeah.
I think bottom line, no, you should not have to. But I think bottom line, you're going to end up losing anyways. Why? You've already lost out of pocket. You've lost all the time that you put into this. How much money are you going to spend battling big people with big lawyers with big pockets?
You're taught that, you put that effort in, eventually somebody will help you. Eventually something will change, and eventually something will happen. Nothing's ever happened.
I think what I need to do more than anything is first investigate, check out the system. Once I've opened up everything, I can see how it's been run. I don't want to knock the system, but obviously what they've done here is not working, and we'll find out why.
Why does it have to be Mike Holmes that fixes this stuff over and over again? Why can't the system get fixed? Not the HVAC system. I mean the bureaucracy and the rules and the regulations. Mm-hmm. They're all put in place to not help the homeowner. Why is it only Mike Holmes that fixes this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
People start to do the math, and they figure out, wow, this is going to be how much money to fix?
The basic story is every time you add an entity that's supposed to help you, you end up creating more groups that will pass the buck amongst each other and bigger problems.
One of those days, we take up the whole street with all our vehicles. In comes the moving truck, in comes the drywall truck. Now, the idea with the drywall, not only is this a new type of drywall that we're actually going to use to fix anything we pull down, it's mold resistant, water resistant, and something different I wanted to try. So that pleases me that we have a better product, but at the same token, we're going to use it to protect all the floors. You want our help, or do you prefer to do it yourself?
We're probably better off
doing it yourself?
Doing it ourselves,
Yeah.
only for liability, and as well as, you know, we're comfortable working together.
Thank you. Personally, I would like to be in extreme control of how we open this house, and that's first and foremost, move them out. Second, protect this house to the extreme. In order, let's just sweep the floor with a soft broom, make sure it's nice and clean, lay down 6mm plastic.
Okay.
We use the green tape to tape from the plastic to the baseboard at the bottom.
We'll tuck tape the seams on the plastic too, I'm taking, just to add extra protection.
The more we do it to this whole place, that means protecting all the cupboards, all the blinds, wrapping them in, all windows in place, actually taping plastic up to the inside of the jamb all the way around, closing all the windows. The more we keep this clean and comfortable, the easier it's going to be at the end of this job, rather than having to fix windows, fix anything, clean up a huge mess. Now, our measurements should be fairly the same, so should we have two guys cutting, 2 guys laying? We should do this like clockwork. Okay. Absolute clockwork.
This home was significantly modified from the original plans. And in this home in particular, it faces west and south, and a lot of west and south windows were added. When you add west and south windows, for sure you're gonna up your air conditioning load. And that was not reflected in the HVAC design. And the owner went and paid money to have the plans modified, but nobody went back and modified the HVAC design. This system is too small from a heating point of view, from an airflow point of view, and from an air conditioning point of view. It's just too small.
Agreed.
Yeah.
You took a look at it yourself?
We came in and did some CFM tests ourselves.
Okay.
We also look at the readings that the previous guys have done. They're all over the charts.
The stuff wasn't done right in the floors and the walls. To fix that, at a certain point, you've got to take it out. I mean, in ductwork, size does matter.
Ah, that's funny. I like that. We're gonna lose the ceiling in here, but first I need you to protect as much as possible. The carpet on here, move the stuff that's over there, protect everything that's over there. This whole ceiling comes down. We're gonna need to open that bulkhead one way or the other. You can leave the underside, because that's probably the easiest at this point. Open this side. Time to get it down. You have 3 hours.
Be done in a half hour.
Wrap it, protect it, take it down.
Take this, Mike Holmes.
So we need to drain it. We need to disconnect it. How do you like the plumbing?
It's
You don't do that.
It's a nice spider web, honestly.
You don't do that.
I do it better.
I know you do, and I like that. Who the hell put up this door? Oh, it's okay, because the laundry room's on the 2nd floor, right? We know doors that lead to a furnace room are at a minimum 32 inches. So they have a booster pump, that's this?
They got a booster pump to deliver or to provide more hot water into this unit in the hopes of obviously providing more heat into the house, right? It constantly heats up that volume of water, right, to maintain the temperature. So it's there's a lot of money wasted here. A lot of money wasted.
No doubt in my mind. Let's get it out of here. I'm gonna get the guys to start opening it up, and we'll just work together.
All right.
I want you to open up the face of it so we can see.
Okay.
Open it up.
Follow the channel.
I'm gonna assume it comes across here, runs this way. Let's get our clean air system running. Let's get it ducted outside. Wherever you're cutting, I want that machine to follow you, okay?
No problem. you know, this is the typical thing of trying to figure out what the previous guy was doing. It's always almost impossible. So we thought, first of all, it was going straight out that way, then that way. We changed it to this way, and now it's going back that way again. So it's like chasing a rabbit. You don't know which way it's gonna turn.
This is the air conditioning coil. Earlier we were in and we recovered the Freon from the unit. So we just cut the lines out, disconnected the AC coil. Now we're going to be removing the furnace and take out some of the ductwork.
We built you a good home. Don't complain. Well, you had a reason to complain. Proof's in the pudding. It's not working the way it's supposed to.
No, we're gonna hurt ourselves.
No, go ahead. Okay.
There we go. It's almost halfway through.
Okay.
Thank you.
Coffee break? I want to bring you in to show you what we've done, what we've damaged.
What's the furnace room?
Oh, this is different.
Wow.
We did take the framing out to take out the humongous hot water tank heater thing that they put over there. So we pulled all this out. We found leaks on the line, and as it went up, we did the same tests, and we found within the whole house a wide variety of airflow per vent or per outlet. We do know why your air conditioner went, because it's a 3-ton unit. They put in a 5-ton cooling coil, which is an absolute no, and that just really smothered your air conditioner and burnt it out. So we pulled all this down, right? We're tracking everywhere, and we know that we're looking for the trunks, we're looking for the return, we're looking for what they did to come back to fix it and what they originally ran. More holes, more damage, more holes, more damage, more holes, more damage.
We never finished the house entirely. We painted and stuff, but in the back of my mind, I always knew that this was going to have to happen to get it fixed.
I've opened up this area. Who picked the manufacturer floor joist? Was that you? Builder. Okay. Another plus to the builder. The builder had everything I'm looking at, I'm going, better. It's plywood floors. It's not even OSB. So whoever this builder is, I like him.
Yeah.
But let me tell you why your system is failing. Let's go into the garage. Within your ceiling, we have a cold air return hard duct here, and we have a cold air return right in the corner.
That goes down by the front door.
That's the damper.
Okay.
First and foremost, we do not want to put in an air return in your garage. We do not want to put in hot air. If they put in hot air, they have to pull it out again, right? Why do they do this? Because the #1 complaint in all the brand new homes on the market today is my room above the garage is freezing.
Right.
Here's the ceiling that's brought down below your floor joist up there. So we have approximately a 2-foot void. Yeah. That's the coldest zone of your home right there. That air return is pulling freezing cold air in. Now, minimum code says that's incorrect, Mr. Holmes, because we put in 2 hot lines. Do you think those 2 lines are gonna heat this up? When that is the coldest, and I'll show you, underneath that beam, where your roof ties in over like this, that's not protected. They actually insulated down to the beam and then tried to insulate on the other side. There's no vapor barrier there. So that return is now, you might as well put a return pipe outside in the middle of winter pulling in cold air.
After opening the wall 6 times, I guess they've straightened a few of the problems out, but they never really addressed the whole problem.
I see enough that says, I know why this isn't working. Thermal break that room over the garage. Think of a cooler. That room will now become the same temperature as the rest of the houses. Introduce a better system on such a big, elaborate home, and it's not that big, but it's big enough in open space concept that we need to control the floors differently. Balancing. Let's say we put a thermostat on every floor of your house, and it gives demand to that area as to what it wants.
Wow.
Heat or cold. That's what we're putting in.
There's millions of dollars of problems being created every damn month. They're making more of these things like this. It's like, why can't they just get it right the first time?
When I'm done, you'll be comfortable, it'll be clean again, we'll move you back in.
Excellent.
Great.
This is simple, and amazing how many people failed it.
And then to mash up such a really nice house just for one little tiny mistake.
Yeah.
And to mash up our lives for 6 years, because they couldn't figure it out. Ay.
They used some duct tape here, nice. Stuff's for patching your shoes. It's actually not for dust. You'd at least want to use the silver stuff anyway. This stuff just dries up and peels right off.
But they just cut this and added one in? Why the hell did they cut that?
Who knows? They probably couldn't get to it, they made a mistake, whatever.
There's heat loss. Everything I'm seeing, I'm starting to see heat loss everywhere.
But they didn't seal it, they just left it like that. They figured the insulation would hide it and nobody sees nothing.
We did.
We installed our saddles off the pipe. You know, you may notice some of them are 3-inch, 4-inch, and they're at a 45 degree, you know, compared to the older system where they were using a T. This way we're going to get better airflow through these 45 saddles. You know, we're going with the direction of the airflow. And the reason why we're running some 3s and some 4s is on the old system they were using a 2-inch pipe. And in some bedrooms they had 3 vent outlets. We're actually bringing that down to only 2 vent outlets by using a 4-inch. So for every 2 of their 2-inch, we can run 1 4-inch and have the same amount of airflow. And our style will be a 4x10, so it'll basically look like a forced air system, not the small little grills that they normally use in the high velocity systems. As you can see on this run here, it's a shorter distance, meaning from this takeoff to the boot. What we're doing is we're putting an S-curve in the flex pipe because we want to control the amount of air that's going to this floor register. The ones on the other side, because they're such a long distance, they're about a 20-foot piece of flex, we can just cut them off and connect them right to the saddle. So because we're closer, you know, you'll put an extra length of flex on, probably 6 feet, 7 feet, and that will slow it down once you put that S into it.
We're all the elves working together.
You take a look at all this ductwork. Kind of big, isn't it? That's a 12-inch run. We're making better airflow. The design of it really restricted me on how we could run it. I have structure here. I have 3 beams that carry load right across up the upper part of the house. These 3 right here. Problem being is, when they installed the other system, which I'll show you from the garage, they had cut out structure which affected 2 of them to run their ductwork in the wall. Here we are on the other side. Those 3 vertical beams that I talked about, 1, 2, 3, they carry that structure load that's on the top. Now, it would have been okay as long as this rim joist on the outside carried that load. This is the weight load right here, brought down on a simple rim board that's been all cut out, hoping to be carried by the 1 floor joist. Because they cut this out, we don't have any structure here. We have 1 manufactured floor joist, which will carry 1 of these studs. This is not displaced enough to carry that load. Anyone looks at that and they're gonna, especially building inspectors, and they're gonna actually have a fit. This is the single beam right now that's holding the structure. They put in a 2x6 as a tiny squash block, and a squash block is to carry structure load from point A to point B, which is the foundation wall and the top of the floor. Point load of structure goes down to foundation, or a steel post or a steel beam, point loads. As it's carried from the footings to the foundation to structure load that goes up and carries the second floor on a beam, that carried the second floor. That big staircase opening that you saw, the vaulting in the front entrance, that's what it's carrying is the floor. If they tamper with structure and they didn't carry all 3 point loads right down to structure, we're now asking the structure to be held up by 1. We can just do vertical 2x4s on this side, vertical 2x4s on this side, and help carry that load from here down. Now, pot lights is a major issue here. Obviously, I'm going to be doing repairs to the bulkhead and creating a new bulkhead. This one is definitely in my way. This one, we got to move the smoke detector, and you know, what's the smartest on the smoke detector? Is it out this way? This is being bulked down across.
Smoke likes to rise along walls, so I like keeping it closer to a wall if I can.
All right.
Rather than trying to make it look pleasing to the eye.
Okay, so you can pick anywhere in there. We'll get it framed. You bring it down. Here's the real mess. I have to. This is what we get for ripping a house apart, pulling out the old system and putting in a new one. It changes the whole design of the house.
Oh yeah. So I'm not leaving them like that. It's not. No box. Every electrical connection must be in a box. So that's lost. That's lost. These are those do-it-yourself kits you get from the big box stores. Not to be saved, garbage.
Do you have to take it out now? Welcome to my world.
Well, thank you. I thought I was going to be here for like an hour or so. Thank you for ruining my day.
So we have a standard minimum code bay where we had all the lines. We have plastic right against the wood, and then bad insulation on plastic again, so I'm a little...
We'll take the poly down just so we got good adhesion to the wall, no air spaces, and then we'll just spray that.
Okay.
Put our 20 in there.
Okay, fabulous. So then I'll just put in some bad insulation on the other side and not worry about a vapor barrier. But then again, we're not being a continuous on the vapor, right?
Oh, we can spray the inside as well.
Actually,
both sides.
Actually, that's not going to hurt. I don't. Since we're open, why not? So they had the air insulation here, the vapor barrier, and did not continue that flow up there. So we're going to need to butter that area right up.
Okay, we'll do that.
So we have another zone here, and I think what we'll do is just leave the vapor barrier there and fill that zone.
Okay.
So just go ahead, hit it. I'll drywall it in. What I care about is
up there. So basically, if it's up there, just spray the underside of the floor. We'll spray foam the ductwork.
Okay, so you're not going to try and do a bat wrap and spray that and keep it on the warm side. You're just going to spray independent.
I'm going to spray it independent. It's dropped too far down.
Okay, we spray it. We keep it warm. It doesn't matter.
For sure. Same with the cold air return. You gotta insulate. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, it's colder air, but you don't want it freezing cold.
Their cold air return was at the front of the house.
Yeah, good software, eh?
Yeah, it was pulling all. You might as well just run it right outside, right? And run it over the furnace and try and blow hot air.
Oh man, sometimes I wonder.
Right there.
There's two of them in this room.
We have two in this room. They have a junction on the gas line, correct?
Yep.
And we are not allowed a junction on a gas line. Logic tells me that that's a possible area for it to leak into the house that creates a bomb.
Yeah.
Katie is just finishing the sound insulation because one thing I loved that the homeowners did was they did all their own soundproofing.
Oh, okay.
So we'll get this back up again. We went new because the crap that came down, unfortunately, is dirty and broke up in pieces. So if you can do me a favor, we cut this nice and square for you, drywall this, get it ready for plaster. Monday, I have you guys back with Saul. He's gonna start the plastering to whatever you drywalled. So if this is done, the garage is done, boom. The reason it's blue, it's a new product. It's not water-resistant drywall. It's water-resistant and mold-resistant. Very good, guys. Are we trying to vault back up here?
No, I'm tying back in. We're gonna actually come across now.
I like the way you think.
Yeah.
All right, then.
Doesn't make much sense in this one area, right?
No.
We're gonna keep filling this in here. Like I have another plate coming down here because it's more than a 2-foot span, so I have to add these everywhere.
Okay. And you're working in conjunction with the bros because we know that they have to continue to run their boots.
I do see where their boots are, Mike, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add framing to it after.
All right, I think he's gonna be very happy.
Yeah.
Because I think the idea is to come down in between the two windows so it fires off on both angles.
Yep.
This one is gonna come down in this area.
Yep.
Covering this window, the door, awesome. Good. That's what I want to see. Structure. Just lots of structure.
Careful, Adam built that one, eh? We're not.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Chris.
Hey, Mike.
I thought I called you in for an easy one. What the hell's going on here?
It's never easy, is it?
It doesn't look it now.
No, even though it's one little hole, you can see this piece of wood runs the whole length, so it has to come out. And then the adjacent one also has to come out because we're cutting into here.
Right.
And because it's against the wall, there's no way you can rip these ones out without ripping these ones out.
How about the other side? More simple?
The other side's a bit easier. It's just one piece that we have to cut out.
Uh-huh.
And hopefully, it's over a little bit of a hump. So what I'm hoping is just to cut it out at one equal size and just glue it back into place.
And you'll just cut the bottom lip by the groove off, right?
And then you glue it all the way around.
Right.
Down to the bottom, and
Right.
it should,
I have no issues with that.
the tension holds it in place until the glue dries.
Okay.
And we're using a floating floor adhesive that doesn't become like rock hard. It's pliable after it's...
So it's flexible.
Yeah.
Interesting. That looks a little different.
It's just because you have so much sunlight here, you have the UV rays.
That's natural for it, the yellow?
Natural, that's the actual the finish, it's not the actual wood that does that.
It's the finish.
It's the finish, yeah.
Okay, I accept.
Perfectly normal.
This is what's called a 3-zone system, air handler. You can see the zones that are written here, zone 1, zone 2, zone 3. And as you see on the pipes, 1, 2, 3. Basically what's happening is they're calling for zone 1, okay? They want to have basically more heat coming out of this zone here. These two dampers will close up automatically and throw more heat into this zone. Okay, back down. Yeah, it's the first one of the day. There's a lot of prepping involved. Takes time, you know, we have to insulate, seal it, make sure it's airtight. But we got one done. Hopefully we'll get them all done today so we can tie in the rest of the system so we can move on to our next job.
Every time I go somewhere, it's not just one thing, it's 100 things. Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it. The homeowner was curious. She came in yesterday and she was like, oh my God, can't you get more height out of this? Okay. Can I get more height out of this? Come here. Look at this. These pipes come out of that wall. We are tight. We have designed this to be right to it with insulation. This wasn't easy. Build it all with the other return and make sure that we have all the proper supplies and return air system. So all we end up getting on this side is this one little area. Now, do I vault this up? Do I try and make some sort of look here? It's not gonna look right. It is what it is. It's gonna look good, that I know. It's gonna be fine. It's the world of contracting and dealing with homeowners that are a little more particular than others. And I don't wanna knock them because I want them to be particular, but they also must be educated. You can't have your cake and eat it too. That's the problem. You can't. What a unique system. Look at this.
Yeah. It performs two functions for us. It's a closed loop boiler heating system as well as on-demand.
And it separates it. It's not together. It separates. It fires different temperature for the furnace as well as separate temperature for the, well, I don't want to say the holding tank, but for the domestic.
For the domestic water supply.
This is just the big extra that gives extra for the big tubs and the big taps that people have nowadays.
By installing this, we're simply going over the minimum code. We pretty much want to be on the safe side and you know, just like we always do.
better the drywall job is, the better the taping job will be. Miracles are hard to make, right? I mean, if I've seen a lot of drywall jobs that are terrible, and then it takes a long time to fix them. So I'm always looking forward for a nice drywall job, and this guy's a dog eater, very, very good. So it's going to be a lot easier for me to finish it.
We use a brazing rod on this copper for refrigeration. Because you got higher pressures in this copper line than in a water line, this is just gonna give you a stronger hold.
We have a vent scar in the old carpet. So what we've done is we've put a wood plug in, put a new pad in. We're gonna cut a new square piece of carpet and put her in.
Sometimes you're gonna see the piece just from the wear of the carpet and from the sun bleaching it out a bit. So there are pros and cons to everything, but it saves you a lot of money. You don't have a complete job to replace. I'm just making sure that the pile direction's going the same way. It will actually look like a different colored carpet if it's not going in the same direction. So we cut a piece of seaming tape big enough to go up underneath. The iron's probably about 600-700 degrees right now. Melt the tape. And that's it done.
Ideally, we would have an extension ladder, probably a 28-footer, and we could extend it to the top, which would have been great. But fortunately, these walls have already been painted, and we're going the exact same color, so my line doesn't have to be perfect. If I'm an 1/8 of an inch away, the cut line will look fine. Previous painter has already drawn the line on these walls. All I want to do is make sure it looks uniform, so the brush strokes blend in with the roller strokes. So I'm putting lots of paint on, getting a nice fat cut line. It'll be easy to roll into, and you'll never know that last 1/8 of the inch hasn't been brushed.
Well, what we're doing here, me and Lance, we're hooking up the furnace. So what we gotta do is bring power to the furnace and jump the power out for the air cleaner. So when you turn the power off to the furnace, you'll be turning off power to the air cleaner as well. It's a safety thing. If for some reason the panel's locked or something like that, you can't turn off the breaker. Just hit the switch and kills power to everything here.
Okay, Joe, you're good?
I'm good.
Okay.
This is the new system with the new loop that we installed for the air handler. We've added additional shut-off valves for future maintenance that would allow us to drain the boiler if it needs to be serviced, isolate the loop as well as the rest of the system if any work needs to be done. So it's sort of a bulletproof system. One last thing that needs to be done is the gas needs to be hooked up as well as the electrical, and then it's just a matter of testing it and it will be all done.
So we're checking for cubic feet per minute. What did Steve say we're looking for?
He's saying anywhere between 50 and 45 for these are good. What you're gonna notice with this is you'll have a little bit less air volume, but you'll have higher temperatures. So it won't be like your standard forced air furnace where it's gonna come out a lot of air at a lower temperature.
Right, because standard forced air is going to be 280.
Yep.
And yet we're looking for 50.
Yep.
And the system is way, way quieter.
Quieter, you don't even hear it.
100 degrees.
100 degrees. Actually, and rising.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now this is a different zone.
Yep.
Considering this is not the farthest run, but because they're separately zoned, that means independent ductwork per area is going to really help keep that proper CFM flow. So we're on the second floor above the furnace, And we have matched the first floor.
Yep.
Happy days.
Trick or treat.
Welcome to my home.
Wow. It's
Did you notice something a little different in here?
Smells like fresh paint.
it's warm. That was the
actually
first
warm.
thing.
I mean, coming in, we did the old, what I call, wrap completely. We protected your house, the drywall on the floor, plastic underneath the drywall over and over again. No matter how much we protected, we're still gonna make a mess. And a mess we made. This was opened up and then continued to open up, continued to open up. We found cracks in the pipes, holes, kinked lines. The house was a great build. One simple problem, one massive repair. The heat, now I can hear it.
I can hear it.
What we're hearing more than anything is the furnace room underneath, and it's
Right.
actually coming through the air return because it's so close to the
It's
furnace.
nothing like the sound of the last one.
No. By increasing each and every boot size where the register comes out of the floor to a regular 3x10 or a 4x10 helps displace that airflow. At the end of it, we did our tests, and our tests showed that we were getting exactly what was supposed to come out of each register. We actually got 54 to 56 CFMs.
At each outlet.
Each outlet.
Wow.
With about 100 to 104 degree temperature coming out, which is the total difference between a forced air unit and this unit. We're actually lower CFMs, higher than the ones you had before, lower CFMs with a higher temperature. I had to bring in electricians, plumbers, to install an incredible system, not to mention move lines, move lights. I had to bring in painters, movers. When that ductwork's up, I'm sure the first thoughts through your head was, oh my God, you're
Big
killing me.
silver massive tube.
It was massive, wasn't
Yes.
it? And even in the other room where I built the bulkhead over top and then dropped that bulkhead vertically down, it doesn't look bad. It actually goes. We're gonna have bulkheads when it comes to ductwork, period. Drywall, tapers, mud, gas line, you name it, everyone I know was in on this job. So from a heating job to a massive, massive fix. This was exactly what I expected, an absolute massive job. It was not small in any which way or form. And the first quotes that you got was around $90,000 per, correct? And that was 2 other quotes.
Yes.
We've done more than $100,000 worth of work in here.
Well, look what was involved to fix it properly. And I think that people knew that. The people involved, the skilled people, the professionals, they knew. That means opening every wall, like Mike said, opening ceilings, ripping out drywall, coordinating 40 people to come in, and who wanted to pay for that? Nobody.
In the garage, I brought in Alex, who spray foamed in what I call a thermal break, did that whole ceiling zone after all our new pipes are installed and kept that all underneath. We fixed structure once I opened up a wall and saw point loads that were missing.
If we had to coordinate all these people ourselves and try and get a plumber in here to come in, work till 11 o'clock at night and try to get HVAC team to work all weekend, and we wouldn't have been able to do it. How would we even coordinate? How do you even begin to coordinate something like that?
How do you find the kind of people that are willing to do that kind of stuff? You've got to find somebody that's really proud of what they do and they want to make it right.
Yeah.
You can't see that on somebody's face. You've got to actually experience it, and it's just awe-inspiring to see what these guys have done. Every last one of them has just stepped up. I mean, I'm stuck for words.
Lowered the ceiling in this bathroom, same as the one upstairs. We did had to remove your exhaust fan.
There's heat coming out of
Yeah.
that.
But to be honest with you, your exhaust fan didn't work anyway, so...
It wasn't working in here?
God, no.
If the engineers had designed the house properly, if the municipality had, done their inspections properly, if the guys that put the stuff in had done it properly, we wouldn't have been here today.
We had to lower the ceiling in your office. And believe me, I did not want to do it. I'm a big vaulted ceiling fan. I love it. But looking at this, re-coordinating your lights, your registers, a proper supply to or entry to your shut-off tap, your gas lines, which, by the way, we fixed your gas lines. We fixed electrical in this house. We fixed plumbing in this house. We fixed structure in this house. I think we fixed everything in this house. We do have the bulkhead in your room here. And in a way, it works for me. The ceiling height is still well over 7 feet. We've kept your height in here that we were lucky to get.
And homeowners, when you live in this, you live it, you breathe it, you eat it, you sleep it, and it consumes you. And you try not to. You try to keep it in perspective. But when you're in your house and you're not comfortable, and you question the air you're breathing, and it's freezing, or it's too hot, or it's too cold, or you can't ever get away from it.
This is your 3 zoning system, okay? Every single line is insulated, taped, wrapped, airtight. This actually runs on low. It doesn't go directly to high. Only if it requires it. It's got its own little brain in that frickin' thing right there that says, all right, I'm gonna turn it up because we need more demand. But even on high, you didn't hear it.
No,
right?
That was high?
Yeah.
Wow.
You have a HEPA filter system on top of a filter system. It is important to us to make sure that all the air you breathe in your home is clean air.
So the wall-hung boiler feeds the air handler? Or does it go into here first?
It diverts it. So
Okay.
we split, half goes to the air handler, the other half goes to the domestic. So we separate that water and they never touch each other, which is great. We don't want that when it comes to domestic. Supply tank allows the supply of more water with a pump system to circulate it to keep it at that temperature to be more efficient and fire it through the house when you need it.
Everybody Mike Holmes touches has changed in some way. And between him and the team that are around him, he's inspired us to keep on fighting, but in a different way.
Yeah.
And I think there's a message inside Mike Holmes that everybody ought to hear.
Oh, this humidifier here, state of the art.
This humidifier.
State of the art. All set, everything's calculated. Yes, you have your summer, your winter dial right there. Okay, so that one you don't even have to read
I can figure
directions.
that one out.
This is the best you can have. All the draining system that ties on the floor, and
look at this.
We even got you, as far as I'm concerned, the best air conditioning unit on the market. It is outside, it is big, it is beautiful, and it will
Take a look
give
at
you
that.
everything you need.
This is incredible. Just incredible. Yeah, we get our life back, basically. That's the message. And unfortunately, you guys you can't help everybody. So it's up to us to send messages to let the rest of the world, he's getting all choked up, see?
I thank you.
Thank you very much, Mike.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
How are we going to thank you? But
You need anything, call me. Other than that, enjoy it. Let's get the furniture back in. And
Thank
you, my dear,
Thank you very much.
you keep
Appreciate it.
smiling.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It's true, right?
Yeah.
That's all. You can send the message and hope that people learn from what you've done, learn from your nightmare.
It's a shame that so many more people will have to go through what we've been through, but it won't be forever. Someday it'll get fixed.
Whatever. Yeah, the system will get fixed.
One day.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't have said that a month ago.
No.
Before you came, we wouldn't have believed it.
No. Thank you, guys. What's against that wall over there? TV goes on top of the fireplace mantle, which no longer exists. Master bedroom, please. That's the cat's strategy chair. That's why it's all trashed.